Hi guys, slightly late start. It's 1:02. Sorry about that. Kids are fun. We are playing The Curse of Monkey Island. I'm really excited. I love this game. I love all Monkey Island games. If you haven't noticed that from my much previous content. We also have a new mic for our stream today. We have upgraded from the Yeti to the Yeti X, which has a bunch of pretty lights and colors. So we're checking that out. I'm enjoying having oh, hey, look, absolutely no audio from the game. We're just going to relaunch that after. Oh, yeah. That's good. So, fun fact, when you try to launch this full screen, it moves everything to the other window, which I'm sure is just a Windows thing. But that is annoying because that's where I have my OBS set up. So let's go ahead and kill this black screen of nothing and launch the game yet again. Do you guys have sound now? Because it sounds like we have sound now. Absolutely. That's beautiful. So, I am playing natively in the original interpreter with the update made by Benny Boy. I used to know him as BG Benny Boy. Well, not know him, but interact with them. You know. Community's fun. We have a great community around these games. You know, decades and decades of fan content to check out as well. So, of course, we're going to go with Mega Monkey, being a tale of swashbuckling adventure, but with more puzzles, because that's CMI light, and we're not going to do that. So, I am using Benny Boy's launcher and installer to make this run off my hard drive. Of course, I could be using ScumVM, which plays the game flawlessly. I have already encountered several really big buggy issues with playing it this way. Also, I can't adjust the size of the window, so you guys get the benefit of a nice big picture here, which is the largest that I could get. Sorry about the little borders and whatnot. But I am playing in a tiny little 640 by 480 window in a 1080p display. So that's itty bitty. It feels itty bitty. I could be using it full screen, but I do like to dedicate part of my window to the chat so I can see what's going on without having to look off to the side all the time, even though I continuously do so. Because I'm like, oh, look at my OBS, which is over here, and I just need to get a better multi-screen setup. But then again, I'm running this all off the laptop. I'm literally looking over at my laptop screen. Primarily, my display is... Anyways, Curse of Monkey Island, Mega Monkey. Let's get it on. Wow. Let's get it. Alright. So, there's some interesting wordless intro here, so it gives me some time to talk. I remember when this game came out, I was so incredibly grateful for another Monkey Island. And I've seen lots of criticisms over the years and whatnot, and, as much as I would love to play Ron Gilbert's Monkey Island 3A as well, I am so happy that this exists, because for the years in between when this came out, or when we found out this was in development, it honestly felt like we were never going to see any sort of continuation to what happened after Monkey Island 2 and deep in the Caribbean, Monkey Island. And so I remember downloading the trailer to this, trying to, and we didn't have internet, so I was using an America Online disc, and we had to do long distance call to Vancouver to do that. And it was a shaky connection, it dropped constantly. You couldn't download anything, but I was determined.
Captain's
and
log.
I fell asleep.
Guybrush Threepwood.
Oh,
Lost at sea for days now. I have no crew or navigational instruments. No provisions except a half-eaten corn dog, and unless I find water soon, I'm surely done for. Only the hope of finding my love, Elaine, keeps me going. My quest for the fabulous treasure called Big Whoop has left me in this sorry state. I thought it would bring me fame and glory. Instead, it delivered me into the clutches of my enemy, the zombie pirate LeChuck. I had thwarted his evil plot to marry Elaine, and he was after revenge.
The first
really,
time I got
really
a chance
thirsty
to
now.
launch this,
if only I could have a small drink of fresh water, I might have the strength to sail on.
Again, I didn't have the internet.
Oh, but I know there's nothing but ocean for miles and miles.
Every day.
If I could reach land, I might find water and some food. Fruit, maybe. Something to fight off the scurvy and help me get my strength back.
I remember
maybe some bananas. Oh, why do I torture myself like this?
I was trying to learn about IRC.
I might as well wish for some chicken and a big mug of grog for all the good it'll do me.
Hit and miss things, so...
Oh, my sweet Elaine. Am I cursed to starve here on this ocean without seeing your face just one more time? Am I...
But anyways, I tried to download the trailer to this game back when we were hotly anticipating its release. And as I was saying, I tried doing this through dial-up on terrible mode. I fell asleep. It was a long-distance call. Basically, I woke up the next morning to a failed download and a $200 phone bill that I was a child, so I also had to deal with very angry parents who were not happy at all that I left the phone off the hook all night on a long-distance call. Took some explaining, and I think it only actually successfully downloaded like the first like 10 seconds of the video. I could get it to play, but it was like the first 10 seconds. So the intro there that you saw, right up until you see Guybrush just in the distance, and that's where it cut off. And most expensive 10 seconds ever. Totally worth it though. I watched those 10 seconds over and over again. I was so excited. I'm just remembering all of this. And it was weird that it felt weird to me that it came with like a little mini walkthrough in it. But I read that cover to cover. I absorbed every little bit of accompanying material and storyline that I could. When I'm really excited about something, I tend to do a bunch of things. Like I'll draw pictures about things, I'll make little sculptures about stuff, and I had like a good notebook full of various designs.
Fire!
Earl Bowen is LeChuck, the classic voice. There's been others, of course.
How many times do I have to tell you, LeChuck? I just don't feel that way about you.
As Elaine in this version, and also in both special editions.
Blood, you'll learn to love me.
And Tales from
Sail with me, and I'll make you queen of the dead.
I can't. I'm washing my hair tonight.
Blast be your hair, woman! Can't you see that this salty old sea corpse pines for your every gentle caress?
She's just not that into you.
You know, I don't think my father would approve of me dating the undead. And you're probably too nice a zombie pirate for me anyway.
Never meet your father.
Let's just be friends instead. Let's face it, LeChuck. You're an evil, foul-smelling, vile, codependent villain, and that's just not what I'm looking for in a romantic relationship right now.
Darn your riddles, you saucy female! What do you mean? Ah! Oh!
You're a bloodthirsty monster who's already kidnapped me once, tortured my friends, and taken from me the only man I ever loved.
See,
Guybrush
I want to,
Threepwood.
like, how long was he gone for? Because, like...
how romantic.
That's a big jump, and that's something that gets addressed later on in Tales. And
Shaboy!
into that from time to time, too. Like, the last we saw...
Threepwood!
Elaine, she thought Guybrush was, like, a lovable idiot.
Fish him
but
out.
a self-centered one. Like, she had left him. And
Guybrush?
wrote, like, if you
Guybrush
go through the Fat
by
City
my
Library,
gangrenous
she wrote
gut.
lots
I don't
and
know
lots
how
of
you
books
escaped
about
my
how much she
carnival
was
of the
over
damned.
that relationship.
But you won't escape a taste of
So-
my blade!
Him just disappearing, he was gone before, doing his own thing, right? Him falling down the pit, okay,
Ooh, the lass has spirit.
but that was more him.
Throw
going
him in the
after Big
hold.
Wood,
I'll finish
right?
him
Like,
after the battle.
She doesn't know that LeChuck was actively
Turn
hunting.
loose the
Although
longboats
Elaine does seem to know a lot more
and
during these
prepare
stories
the flaming
than
voodoo
is implied in
cannonball.
actual, scenes and stuff. As I talk through the whole diatribe, Jason. Patty game. It's a game about talking. So. Ooh. Isn't he a fearsome specimen?
I've got to get out of here and help Elaine. If I could only get through this one door, well, then I could easily overpower the arm, power 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 the arm, power.
So this is one of those glitches that I was having an issue with trying to run this in its native thing instead of ScumVM. ScumVM does work perfectly. Now, this updated launcher and whatnot is designed to support up to, say, Vista or so. It does have identifiers for later, although it doesn't really mention that in its README file and stuff like that. I was trying to talk to Benny Boy. Well, not really talk to him. I didn't directly... No, that's actually the wrong way to put that. I should try to talk to Benny Boy and just see if there's... But, I mean, this is all volunteer work. He does it whenever. If I could remember the slightest bit of Pascal, which I do believe these are written in, from back in my computer science days, I'd offer to try to help. But, anyways, let's...
Power the arm, power the arm, power the arm, power the arm,
no,
power
it's
the
just
arm, power the
broken.
arm, power the arm,
So I
power
do
the arm, power the
have
arm, power
this
the arm,
set
power
up
the
as a
arm, power the
backup
arm, power
in
the arm, power the arm,
ScumVM.
power the arm, power the arm, power
And
the
we
arm,
will
power
just
the
be
arm,
able to
power
pull
the
this
arm,
up
power the arm,
to
power the
get
arm,
some
power the arm, power
intro.
the
So
arm,
let's
power the
see
arm,
what
power the arm,
happens
power the arm,
actually
power the arm,
if
power the
I...
arm, power the 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 arm,
Oh my
power
god,
the
it
arm, power
sticks
the arm,
around
power
even
the arm,
if I
power the
go
arm,
to
power
other
the arm, power the
areas.
arm, power the 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 arm,
So obviously I'm going to quit this because this is frustrating. And as much as I love the original interface, I'm going to have to do this through ScumVM. And that's not a bad thing. I mean, ScumVM has had years and years of development on this that does allow it to run incredibly smoothly, now perfectly, with a few things like not having those original interfaces, which would be awesome to bring in the future. But it's requires a huge level of changing things that I just don't personally understand. So let's go ahead and wow, it's tiny. I'm gonna have to resize a window, I think. But at least then I do get to make this much bigger. That's something that only really affects me so much, but boom. Hey, no, that's still... Can I get more? Totally. That's not so bad. That's not so bad. Okay. So, again, sorry that we're restarting. Kids Monkey Island Mega Monkey. We will skip through some elements of the intro to get to where we're at. You can already see differences. This is running through ScumVM, so it's going to be using its own native pause and save load dialogue. You can get to the original one by pressing Alt F1, I believe, or I think it's Alt F1, Shift F1. I can't remember offhand right at the moment. But I did experience a big crash after that, so. Okay, so why would that be playing next? Yeah. Was the launcher. There was a the launcher was making sound. Alright, so boom. So we just went ahead and skipped through all of that to get back to where we were. Thanks for your patience. Sorry for that occurring there. It's
I've got to get out of here and help Elaine.
It is nice to be able to play it in a
only
much
get
bigger
through this
picture on
one
my
door,
end.
well, then I could easily overpower the armed guards above, slip over the side, and make for the shore.
Quit your mumbling,
I
Captain.
know I could just play it full screen, but I do like to dedicate my screen to the chat. Because, you know, I like to interact with the chat when I can. So
Blast ye scurvy dogs!
Let's talk to this little man.
Stand back!
Alright, cuts. Alright, well, let's introduce ourselves.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood. Who are you?
I'm the evil pirate Bloodnose, the wickedest fiend ever to sail under the banner of King Death. I'd as soon chew your
if you
nose
are
off
in the
as
chat,
look at you.
Be sure to let me know what you think of the audio levels and stuff. We are testing out a new microphone today, and I just want to make sure that everything is doing better. As you can tell, when I'm pointing at it, it picks me up a little bit better. So, I mean, that's only, like, how microphones work. So,
You sound pretty tough.
nice.
I'm so tough. In junior high, I stuffed Davy Jones in his locker.
Really?
How tough are you again?
I'm so tough, I could survive being flogged with a cat o' nine tails for half an hour. Or 3 cats of 5 tails for 18 minutes.
Nice. I haven't really... I can't remember the last time I explored
How tough are you again?
all the
I'm
dialogue.
so tough, I drink milk straight from the carton.
Holy shit.
Ooh. Well, I'm pretty tough myself.
You? Don't make me laugh. You couldn't even grow a decent beard.
Hey, how did you know about my attempted beard?
Pirate's intuition.
I am so tough.
You are not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Or so.
Are not.
Look at how... the angry eyes on Guybrush.
Or so.
Are not.
How dare you challenge me?
Or so.
Are not.
Or so.
Are not.
Or so.
Are
Sometimes
Or
when
so.
you
Are
follow
not.
one of these loops out,
Or so.
something
not.
different happens. I'm suspecting
Or
this is
so.
not going to occur.
Are not.
Let's miss.
Are you wearing a fake beard?
Bloodnose the pirate would not have a fake beard.
Yes, it is. It's been glued to your ear hair.
Actually, it's a highly sophisticated beard weave, made from the chest and back hair of real pirates. I'm hoping it'll take root if I don't wash it for a while.
Really?
Hey, wait a minute. You're not a pirate. Wally! Don't you recognize me? It's Guybrush Threepwood.
Oh, gee. Hello, Mr. Wood.
The last time I saw you, we were prisoners in LeChuck's dungeon. Why would you sign on with a ship of the living dead?
Well, Mr. Brush, at first I had some misgivings
Probably didn't
about
have
it.
much choice.
But thanks to LeChuck's seminars, motivational lectures, and audio books on parrot, I've become a vicious corsair. You can too. Ask me how.
Tell me about these seminars.
Tell me about these seminars.
The seminars really brought things into focus. You don't know how empowering it is to be able to say to yourself, yes, I am a despicable, filthy, villainous pirate, deserving blame and censure, but that pirate is who I want to be. Everyone was really very supportive. We had this great feeling of synergy. Then LeChuck kicked down the door and said, "You lazy scum! Get back to work, or I'll beat you with your own legs!"
Tell me about these motivational lectures.
Well, they weren't lectures as such. It was what LeChuck described as flogging the inner child.
Good frames.
Tell me about these audiobooks.
To become a pirate, the audio books on parrot are the key. You get a set of 12 parrots,
12
one a month. Return as many as you like. Keep them all and live. They teach you to talk just like a pirate. All the key phrases are in there. Blow the man down. Shiver me timbers. Who's a pretty bird? All the phrases a pirate needs to command respect on the high seas.
Do you have any literature I could look at?
The Dread Pirate, Polly.
This leaflet explains the basic philosophy I follow.
What's behind that door?
Ooh! That's the door to LeChuck's treasure hold. There's heaps and piles of gold and silver. He's brought all the loot he's ever stolen to give to Elaine. LeChuck is convinced that he can buy Elaine's love.
What are LeChuck's plans?
Pretty much
He's been working on a secret weapon, some
regular.
incredibly powerful cannonball. He's going to use it to blow down the walls of the fort, so his crew can overrun the island.
Now, I've seen the criticism here of what happens in that LeChuck makes this big fancy voodoo cannonball and then just drops it. But to be fair, like, we just caused a giant explosion that did heavy damage to his ship. It is not unreasonable to think that he may lose his footing in that situation. And, you know, that sort of makes that
Set me free, Wally.
Just set me free.
I can't, Mr. Brush. I'm the evil pirate Bloodnose now. And besides, even if you got up on deck, LeChuck would cut you to ribbons.
Give me a sword or something. Shit.
Snap out of it, Wally.
That's Bloodnose to you, you scurvy sea bass.
Alright. If in doubt, ridicule.
You're a failure as a pirate.
Shut your trap, you yellow-bellied blowfish. One more peep out of you, and I'll do you in.
Try it, Shrimpy. You haven't got the guts. You and what Navy? Just go ahead and shoot. I've always been smarmy enough to just stick with the peep.
Peep.
Yes, scabrous swab. One more word, and I'll let you have it.
Word.
That's it. I'm gonna blast you. I'm gonna... I can't do it. I just can't.
The music in this game is wonderful.
You're
it
right,
just sets a
Mr.
tone
Wood.
and an ambient.
I'm
that
just not a
sticks
pirate.
with us the whole time.
I'm not ferocious or bloodthirsty or
Sorry,
hateful
Wally,
or
it's
anything.
not you, man. You're a cartographer.
I'm not even...
You're a cartographer. It's okay.
I'm not even unpleasant.
He thought he was a badass when he was a cartographer, too. That's why he lived on Scat.
Oh, there.
Surrounded by all these, cutthroat, cutthroat pirates. I mean, let's be serious. We've been scammed. They're not cutthroat pirates. There was Largo, and we dealt with it. Right? Also, be careful with hooks, dude. You already got one eye patch. Although, that's probably fake. But maybe after poking yourself in the eye with the hook, you might hit it. So just like switch it to the other side. I don't know. And we see the new interface. Of course, an evolution of the verb coin used in Full Throttle to great effect. We can also pull up our inventory by right-clicking, which we can also combine items in our inventory, like the most traditional adventures. But hey, we get to use a cannon now. Let's do that.
Oi! They're getting a little close now, huh? Watch where you're shooting! Whoever you are! You're gonna get us all killed!
Gosh, shoot.
It's like you're not
Before
one
it
of the
works.
Chuck's evil minions!
Oops.
Sorry.
That was me. Sorry.
Wow.
Sorry about that.
All right. Hey, I'm getting pretty good at
Hey,
this.
I'm getting pretty good at this. Ooh, gross. All the bones and stuff are floating towards the ship.
When something pops up out of nowhere, you're like, why did Discord just pop up? I get it. That might happen like popular people and stuff.
I can't quite squeeze past this cannon.
So,
Well, they've messed with the wrong skull this time.
I
could just get my hands on that gunner.
I'm very glad to see this gentleman. Now, so,
Well,
so
I guess I'll just have to
these
look
are
on the bright
works
side
in
of this.
progress. I got a Max. Max
I've lost some
appears
weight.
courtesy of Steve Purcell. He did not, of course, do this tattoo, although
Boy,
he did draw
There's
the
not much to
design.
do
I
out
believe.
here when you're just a
And
bodiless
also,
head.
of course, made the character.
I
That goes
pass the
without
time
saying.
by
Let's
whistling
talk to
at
Murray.
bad lips.
Here, as of right now, we don't even know he's Murray. He's just merely a talking skull.
This is so
This is-
unfair.
So unfair that we don't already know that you're Murray. But we do.
Now everybody's going to storm the fort, and I'm going
It's a horrible skull.
Fine.
Can I call you Bob?
You may call me Murray. I am a
I am
powerful
sort of
demonic
bummed that
force.
Bob never
I
came
am
back.
the harbinger of your doom, and the
I
forces
want
of darkness
Bob
will
back.
applaud me as I
Bob turned
stride
out to
to
be
the
a pretty
gates
cool
of
guy.
hell,
He chased us
carrying
off a few
your
times,
head
and he
up
was
a
working
pipe.
for LeChuck, right?
Stride.
He wasn't.
All right, then
He
roll.
wasn't a bad
Roll
dude,
through the
and
gates of
and
hell.
really he was just
Must
like
you
one of
take the fun
LeChuck's
out of
slaves. As
everything?
soon as he could, he said he, like in one version of the ending, he helps us get back to the island. Well, I guess he catches a ride. He doesn't really help, but
You know, you look great with a melting candle on your forehead.
I get the feeling you're not taking me very seriously.
No, I am, really.
Really?
right, horrifying.
Then let me hear you scream in terror.
Eek.
Love the deadpan delivery. Why do you villains always laugh so much?
Why do you villains always laugh so much?
I wasn't laughing about anything in particular. Somewhere there's a fish nibbling on my foot, and it really tickles.
You're about as fearsome as a doorstop.
Is it a really evil-looking doorstop?
Never mind. Was your mother's father bald too?
I'm not bald. I just have a really high widow's peak.
At least now you never have to worry about what to wear.
Well, I suppose that's true.
Holy.
And accessorizing is really easy.
That's also true. And I look good in hats.
There you go. How can you see without eyeballs?
How can you walk around without a brain? Some things no one can answer.
I'm going now.
Good. Now leave me alone. I have a lot of scheming and evil plotting to do.
That's right. Improvise. Yes.
Hey, that's my arm. Give that back. Hey.
Murray causes us a lot of grief at various points in the future. Occasionally turns on us. I don't feel bad about that anymore. Once upon a time, perhaps.
Haha! Taste cold steel, feeble cannon restraint rope.
AKA Santino. Only after he stole his identity, though. Which is probably the most criminal act we witnessed Murray actually did. And maybe not criminal, but like the most dastardly. We'll say dastardly. Let's not glorify criminality. Even dastardly. Aha.
Now,
I also
with
love
the
that
demon
line.
flames of this voodoo
Taste
cannonball,
cold steel.
I'll blast my significant other into the significant other world. That'll show her how much I truly care.
Like, see, this is a valid reason to drop this voodoo cannonball.
Neptune's navel, that was a close one.
Is this potentially a cake capsize reference? Just kidding. No, it's just something capsized.
Hey, I lost my cutlass when the ship capsized.
Check.
I don't even want to know what LeChuck's plans were for that.
Implications.
Nah. No self-respecting pirate would be seen wearing that.
Let's let that one sink.
No
in.
self-respecting pirate would be seen wearing that.
Indeed. Database. LeChuck's unused comb.
I hate to think what that comb's been through.
It says it's unused.
I think LeChuck needs it more than I do.
Yeah, but I mean, he doesn't use it. Record collection. What?
Hey, it's the Songs for Undead Lovers collection. Now, my hi-fi is broken, and it's impossible to find a quadraphonic needle anywhere in the Caribbean.
No doubt.
Nah. It's LeChuck in all his glory. I see more than enough of him already. Nah. It's got a zombie ballerina.
Zombie ballerina. Nice.
It got broken when the ship capsized. It's a bag of wooden nickels. Some treasure. Hey, there's a big diamond ring behind this bag.
Let's look at it.
It's a diamond ring.
Oh, okay. Let's look at the teddy bear.
It's stabbed through the heart. Cute and yet
That
sinister.
is disturbing.
The bear's too big to carry around, and the sword's a fake plastic one. Chocolate-covered barnacles, marshmallow hooks, sea urchins, glass eyes. Ugh.
Don't get your chocolates at the International House of Mojo, dude.
Yeah, that stuff is disgusting, even for a pirate. Marry me or die. Touching.
In which case, I'm, of
It
course,
got broken when the ship
referring
capsized.
to the Voodoo Lady's and her mail order service. Champagne.
No, champagne makes me all giggly.
That sounds hilarious. Let's do that.
No, champagne.
Okay. Well, that's enough fiddling. Oh, wait. Forgot something.
No self-respecting pirate would be seen wearing that.
Just wanted to hear you say that again, Mercy. Saved your life. It saved your life. That is a sharp bit right there down at the bottom, though. That's concerning.
Guybrush? Guybrush!
But he's
I
uniquely
thought I'd
skilled.
lost you forever. Is it really you?
Yes, Elaine.
I quite like this design for Elaine Marley.
Did you really mean what you said out there? That I was the only man you ever loved?
Of course, most partial to the
well,
original.
yes,
but
Guybrush,
I
I
think this
guess I
was
did.
a great
Elaine,
translation
I'm a
into this
man of
new art
action,
style.
a swashbuckler, a rogue, a wanderer, a man who could hold his breath for 10 minutes. I have no ties and no regrets. I sail with the wind and go where adventure takes me. But somehow, something always leads
Guybrush,
me.
stop babbling.
Elaine, will you marry
Oh,
me?
not exactly.
Oh, Guybrush.
Oh,
My
Wally?
avatar's
You're alive!
little
But how
Grin.
did you survive the explosion?
face.
I was
comes
thrown
from that
clear.
scene, of course,
I'm
where
just
he's
lucky I
giving
wasn't
Elaine
wearing my
the ring.
seatbelt. Wow, Elaine, that's some ring.
Thank you, Wally. It's an engagement ring from Guybrush.
Hey, that looks just like the big diamond ringlet Chuck had in his treasure hold.
Totally.
You know, the one
Pirate.
with that ghastly, disfiguring voodoo curse on it.
Bitch, don't talk
Well,
about
I'm
it.
sure Guybrush wouldn't have given you that ring. Anyway, I gotta be going. I hear there's a tattoo removal place on this island that's Freckles safe. See you at the wedding.
Guybrush!
I think it's really important now, especially after recently playing some of the other games in that were coming out at the time. That
Hold
we're
on.
trying to do this fully
Elaine?
animated thing as well.
She's
I
not
think
going
it's
to be
really
happy about
important
this.
to mention, just like to point the beauty of the animation itself. It has it's buttery smooth, no choppiness to it whatsoever, and especially in those close-ups, they put the extra detail into everything. It's a beautiful, beautiful game.
Ouch.
Now, if I had read a sign, if I had left that there and read a sign elsewhere, he would have said something else, which itself became a bit of a meme during the game. Let's examine these chickens.
Ahoy! I don't think so. It's an informative plaque put up by the Plunder Island Naturalist Society. Plunder Island feral chicken. One of Plunder Island's most common
That does
fauna and the animal for which our
help
capital of
identify
Puerto
where
Pollo is
we're at.
named.
Puerto Pollo.
Fun. The bridge is uncrossable. It's just as well. There's nothing interesting in the fort anyway.
Reed, we didn't want to make this a room. We had nothing really for it to do other than maybe be there, and frankly, it just didn't need to. But now I want that even more. Let's see. Voodoo markings. Let's look at it.
Mysterious. No.
Of course I can pick up pictures on the wall. Painted on a tree. Alright.
Boo!
Ah!
Oh, it's just you again.
Just your most terrifying image of evil revisited.
Yeah, right.
I bring you warning from the infernal realms. Do not go farther into the swamp. Turn back, Darkness will envelop you.
I love Murray. He's awesome.
How'd you get all the way up there?
Through sheer force of will.
Uh-huh.
All right, there was a bunch of those weird voodoo kids.
Probably.
They found me on shore and put me on top of this spike all the time, thinking they were so funny.
Do you need me to help you down?
Help! I need no help from you foolish mortals. I am Murray, the all-powerful demonic skull.
Okay, just thought I'd ask.
Don't get me wrong, I do appreciate the offer.
What are you doing up there?
I am standing as a testament.
Standing?
Hanging as a testament to the power of the forces of evil that will one day claim victory over the entire Earth.
How long are you gonna keep doing that?
As long as it takes.
Must get pretty dull up there, I suppose.
Never! The powers of darkness are never dull. We will one day prove that... Oh, who am I trying to fool? I'm bored out of my skull. Figuratively speaking, of course.
You seem restless.
Oh, I don't know. It's just that not many people come through this swamp.
What would you rather be doing?
I need to be out among the lesser people, terrifying them and causing pain and misery.
That would make you happy?
Yes, happy in a dark, demonic way.
This is great. Do you know anything about lifting curses?
Do you know anything about lifting curses?
Oh, right. I know a lot about lifting curses. That's why I'm a disembodied talking skull, sitting on top of a spike in the middle of a swamp.
You seem bitter.
I'm sorry, it's been a rough day.
I'd love to stay and chat, but I gotta go.
Oh, it's up there. There we go. Alright. Can I knock him off? I can't remember. Oh, I don't have any.
I can't use the skeleton arm with that.
I can just it'd be good to taunt him with, I would think. Oh, Curse is excellent. Also, thank you very much for joining us, KCCCC90. This excellent game. I'm very quiet compared to the game. Okay, good to know. Let's see. Can alter that. Thank you very much. I just upgraded to a new mic for this, so I'm very quiet compared to the... Oh yeah, no, the volume on the mic was way down. Wow. Okay, that's probably way better than... Yeah, I'm gonna alter that just a little bit. Yeah, awesome. No, I just upgraded from a Yeti to a Yeti X, which is pretty cool. It has some visual feedback on it and whatnot. I have to admit, I have played this game more times than I could possibly count. I played it originally when it first came out. I have a fairly expansive collection of Monkey Island stuff. And various other LucasArts, including all the other LucasArts games. So, but this is one that I've played like obsessively for years.
Small little scissors.
I know you don't, but I always try. Why not?
Wow.
My series favorite would have to be I will admit that Monkey Island 2 is a better game, but The Secret of Monkey Island is my favorite because it's the one I fell in love with as a child and made me obsessively have to follow it for like ever. But Monkey Island 2 is probably like the best story. So, but for me, it'll always be Secret. But I love every single one of them. I even love Escape from Monkey Island. I'm not going to say that was the best one. But for me, it's just Monkey Island. So it's literally my favorite game series of all time. I know who she is. Let's see. There we go.
Boy, have I got some stories to tell you.
Stories? Yes, well, I'm sensing a great disturbance. I have to go.
But I've got to tell you about LeChuck and Elaine.
I'm going to disappear now in a big flash.
Which
of
one's
light.
your
Cover
favorite?
Your eyes.
No, wait. It started back on Dinky Island. I knew LeChuck was close.
I'll be disappearing here any moment.
Okay, no stories.
I mean, to a certain extent, she was instrumental twice. Because, yeah, definitely in 2. In Monkey Island 1, though, you can actually basically not ever interact with her ever if you don't want to. You can take the chicken from there and just leave. I think it was patched out of later versions, but I know that, like, say in the EGA, you can just take the chicken and, you know, then really you don't need anything else there. But yeah, technically she tells you what you gotta do and all that, and if you don't know the path, then that would be how you discover it. So, definitely instrumental. Yeah, who are you? But, you know,
and how did you just appear like that?
I do know lots of people whose,
Gifted with
2,
a
3, 1.
second sight, adept at
Right on.
manipulating the forces
There, I know
of
lots and lots of
for the
people
benefit
for whom
all
Curse
who my
Curse
lord.
of Monkey Island was either their first or potentially even their only Monkey Island game. One of my employees who still has one of my copies of Curse of Monkey Island today
You're an autumn, by the way.
fell in love with this game when she was younger, and completely forgot about until I started talking about the game, right? And yeah, so I lent her that. I have a few extra. I can, you know, that's. It was just a jewel case copy that I picked up on eBay that I had since replaced with a better quality version. No. It was, yeah, anyways. I was so happy when Curse came out because
Don't I know you from somewhere?
by that point it seemed like we were never ever gonna get another Monkey Island, or at least, you know, I had heard about Ron Gilbert having left after Monkey Island 2, and so I was just like, wow, we're never really gonna get the end of that story. And so when they announced they were doing this, and I'd mentioned this earlier in my stream and whatnot, that I was just so happy, and I've been sitting here trying to remember the way I felt like when I was doing that, and it's hard to not to just remember sitting here and looking at all the detail and all the things you could look at in the background, and just the quality of the animation, because you gotta realize, like, other things that were happening around that time with people trying to do this stuff was like King's Quest 7. It was super choppy. Like, they had nice looking character cells and whatnot, but really choppy animations. And so then you get this, and it's just buttery smooth and beautiful.
You've helped so much, and I still don't know your name.
I am known by many names on many different islands.
Yeah, but we don't
names
know
have
a
little
single one.
importance. You should know this more than anyone, Guybrush Threepwood.
Yes, you're right. Hey.
Well, I
you're
am
making
on
fun of me.
definitely
I
on the
wouldn't agree.
LucasArts camp, as evidenced by
I love what you've done.
my
with it.
obsession
Thank you.
and
You'll have to
tattoos
excuse me.
and
The kids
stuff.
came over to play
I
with
do
their
have a lot of
little
love for the
ball.
Sierra games as well.
They're
I
adorable
love
children.
Leisure Suit
Would you like to
Larry.
see some pictures?
The Space Quest games are great too. King's Quest, I have to admit, I only really fell in love with the ones after 5, 6. Basically, those ones were good. Mod Jedi I've heard great things, and I'm actually really looking forward to playing some of his stuff. It's more in the crime thriller area than what I'm used to, but I do enjoy that sort of stuff as well. And he's just done really, really good things for point-and-click adventures as a whole over the last bit, so I really respect and appreciate that. So I am definitely going to be checking those out as well. Pardon me. No, we don't
Perhaps
need to see.
later.
Yes, there's no time for that now. I sense
Yeah.
that something
Yeah, Elaine's a
terrible has
statue.
happened.
Hey, you're good. Something terrible has happened. I finally proposed to Elaine.
Congratulations. That doesn't sound so terrible.
And when I placed the engagement ring on her hand, she was placed under a horrible pirate curse and trapped for eternity as a solid gold statue.
I'm sorry, I don't understand the term.
I
Jarza?
was struck with a wave of
I'm
overwhelming
sorry.
hatred
I
and
don't quite
anger.
understand that.
Yeah, that LeChuck was a pretty mean guy.
I was talking about Elaine.
Well,
I
there's
feel
no
silly
time to
that
worry
I don't
about now. We have
understand
to
that.
hurry.
My apologies.
Do not panic, Guybrush. She will
Jarza?
be safe until we can break the curse. You only have to worry about her being stolen. Where did you hide her?
What's your favorite? Sorry. My apologies. He was interacting with you. Yeah, and... Alright, now back... Just remember something I gotta go do.
Just remembered something. I've got to go.
You didn't hide
Did remember to
the
hide
giant solid gold statue.
of your girlfriend from all the other pirates on the island.
Well, not exactly, but, you know,
Go, Guybrush, hurry, before you're too late.
Elaine!
I crave a remaster of this game
I've got to get her back.
so badly.
This is so embarrassing. Looks like I'm
It's
gonna
so
need some more
beautiful,
help.
don't get me wrong. But just a quality of life update for it would be wonderful. I
Someone's
currently
stolen
have
Elaine.
it stretched out.
It's unfortunate. It will be difficult.
I would absolutely love to see Ron
who
Gilbert's
kidnapped
Monkey Island 3A.
I
Don't
suspect
and
that it's the mangy pirates anchored in Danger Cove.
Can you give me something to lift the curse?
No, LeChuck's curse is a very powerful one.
but at the same time, I hope that it's done in that way, like a 3A or whatever, and it
so powerful a curse, but there is one way.
Great,
absolutely.
tell me.
Them relaunching it as Lucasfilm Games too is being very cool. Plus, there's some great people still working there, like Craig Derrick, who was instrumental, well, the lead for the SEs when they happened there. He is the reason why they did. Yeah, there's a new Indiana Jones game, which is pretty cool considering that the ties between the Indiana Jones games and the point-and-click adventures from LucasArts as well. You know, those are always fun. Pardon me. Just thank you very much for the follow, Judge. That's awesome. Much appreciated. We play through LucasArts adventure games at least 3 times a week. My wife and I also play indie adventure games every night, pretty much, and then I have random streams of other types of games like Brutal Legend and that sort of thing that I just pop on whenever. Or,
Where am I gonna find a huge uncursed diamond ring?
but
Legends speak of a whopping big diamond
realistically,
ring on Blood Island.
how
Blood Island.
Ron Gilbert has said he wants to do it is the only way he'll do it is if he gets to own the rights to
Must
Monkey
be
Island.
careful, Guybrush. I have
And then he would make
foreseen
his own
that your
Monkey
journey
Island
will be
3,
filled with peril and
in which
deception.
case the stuff that happened in between the 2 and
where you will die.
Tales never occur. Or that I would hope that that would at least be considered like a side continuity or something, because lots of people who love these games put their heart and soul into making them, and their work deserves to continue to count. That being said, I want Monkey Island 3A. I want to know Ron's end of the story just like everyone else, and always have. Even when I was like that kid who you know, found out that after being left with the cliffhanger, the only guy who could tell me the real end took off.
I think I heard something in my
And
eye.
was it, I was a little kid then. I was perhaps a little grumpy about that. Not with him, and especially knowing now that he went off to make, well, I knew then about Humongous Entertainment, but the huge impact that Humongous Entertainment had on kids, and ultimately drawing them into point-and-click games themselves as well. It's been huge for the genre, and also it was the right thing for him to do for himself at the time, and it was the thing of most value, and I completely respect that. So...
How will I find the ring on Blood Island?
But yeah, no, I want to play that game too. Very, very, very much.
And I feel a great sadness associated with it.
What we've also heard is Disney doesn't really sell IPs, so not really hard to say that that's gonna happen that way. Ron said he's not interested in licensing it to make a game. But again, I don't get to speak for Ron Gilbert. Everybody's mind changes on things day to day, acting like some statement made is set in stone forever. Who knows? Maybe one day he gets bored and gets an idea and he's all like, hey, I decided I want to tell this story.
I have lived on
Who knows?
different islands in the past 6 years.
My kids are apparently playing in the backyard, having a whole lot of fun.
Besides, this derelict is still an escrow.
I say apparently. My wife is inside with them, of course, and well, then it's
But who will give me
different state than
information
when
and advice?
I
You
went,
got to
but
come.
that's how you keep
You're my
kids
only
occupied
hope.
on the weekend,
No,
right?
Guybrush. There is another.
Oh my gosh.
Blood Island, here I come. I finally defeated LeChuck and his skeleton pirates.
True evil can never be
Not really,
destroyed
no.
completely.
They cannot be.
But I heard him blow up and everything.
How many
You'd
times
be
does he come
surprised
back?
at how much abuse and
He
evil
just ends up
undead
more
zombie
powerful and more
pirates can
powerful. Also, there were some really cool twists that were made in Tales. Now, in the credits of that game, and if anybody was there during, their release times and lead up to it, you'll see Ron Gilbert as the visiting professor of Monkeyology. And it was stated, and I can't find the citation at the moment, but it was stated that he was given an opportunity to give, some pointers and also potentially make some course corrections. One of the course corrections that was talked about was how in Tales you sort of had to more earn a lane by the end of it. It was a subplot. And yeah, I absolutely loved that. And that's where I was going with that. Is I believe that one of the other course corrections was the implications with the voodoo lady by the end. And I'm not going to go any further there for the sake of anybody who might not have played those games. I'll get to those eventually. And yeah. No, but I think that's something that I would hope to see involved further. In now I'm just off talking about Monkey Island 3A. They, in interviews, Ron had said, like he had, in the, not interviews, I think it was in the live stream, he was saying and sort of half announced what was part of his concept, where Guybrush would go to hell and have to deal with things that way. And I think that was sort of pulled into Tales there too, where he was going through this. Again, I don't want to just like spoils a bunch of stuff, but yeah. Anyways, Tales is actually really good and gets, gets a lot of things right. And for being locked in the system that it was using, did a phenomenal job. How can I finally destroy him for
How
good?
can I finally destroy
Back to
him for
playing the
good?
game.
No one knows.
I love getting
His
distracted by
power
the chat.
seems to grow with every incarnation. You may have dealt with him for now, but this respite can only be temporary at best.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was called Big Whoop.
Disappointed.
So,
Big Whoop is pure evil. You were lucky to escape alive.
why didn't you say that the first
I
time?
can't remember much
You
about
encouraged me to
it.
go
Just that I was
see it.
expecting so much more and felt so let down.
Yes, it is the source of much of LeChuck's power.
I'm never going back there again.
I have foreseen otherwise. You will return to Big Whoop and confront LeChuck once again.
What makes you think LeChuck will be back?
Some men can search their entire lives and never discover their reason for being. LeChuck has found his. To perpetually rise from the dead and torment you and Elaine. It's what he does best.
It's like a smaller scale
That way, it's kind of hard to stay mad at him.
Castlevania Dracula curse. It's like no matter what, he will just keep coming back.
Who did you say kidnapped
Oh, jeez.
Elaine?
I
Ouch.
suspect it was the work of...
Where are these pirates? Where's Danger Cove?
Well, they're gonna regret messing with my girlfriend. Danger Cove, huh? You might want to stay indoors. This could get messy.
Action star Guybrush. Nice. I know those
Thanks
things.
for your help. Gotta go.
Is there anything else that Let's go. Anything I can knock him off with? No. Alright. My kids are crazy. Give Murray some gum? I'm gonna go try to do that. Sounds awesome. Also, thanks for joining us, Melcavelli. Nice. Come to think of it, I remember seeing that before. I just haven't done it in years. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's awesome. Like, I can't help. It's the first thing I notice as soon as I get. It's
Looks too big for me. Looks like a nice coat. With just a few flakes of unsightly dandruff. I'd hate people to think less of this guy just because of a slight problem with... Hey, this isn't dandruff.
No, it's not.
Oh.
Yeah, it's gross. Ooh, let's rummage through their pockets.
It looks like there's something inside the pocket of this coat. There's a glove in here.
Of course, we must
Watch me
grab
make this
absolutely everything we possibly can. And for me, this is just the first thing I would do as soon as I picked up the wand and there was a magic hat there.
Nothing up my sleeve? Presto! Hey, it worked. There's something inside.
It's a very important book. So, we could also go up here. Might as well just to see it.
It smells like something's burning.
Yeah, probably all those
Must be the
bananas
shoddy
on the way.
17th century electrical wiring.
No, it's
Wait a
bananas.
second. Somebody's been monkeying around with these controls. I'll need to read the instructions before they'll work.
But then again, I've gotten so used to my route in these playthroughs that I completely forget. Like, I largely never come in here except for when the cutscene, like. But why not? Talk to people.
Follow that up with a little soft shoe.
Like all the little Easter eggs that people are like, "Oh, did you know this and this?" And of course, I knew about that when it first came out. We were playing it, but since then I've just gone through and just played the game over and over again. So I forgot about like the lightsaber mode and shit.
Yo. I'm a dangerous pirate. Who are you?
Cromwell. Slappy Cromwell. It's not my real name, actually. My agent told me my given name just didn't have star quality.
What was your given name?
Rex Fortune, Adventure Seeker.
I see.
It's a great name.
What's that putrid, stench-ridden drivel that you're rehearsing?
But this is the masterwork of the bard. Do you really think it's that bad?
Oh, it's that bad.
Oh, I knew I shouldn't have altered the material. How could I have taken up my wretched pen and stabbed it bodkin-like through the unsullied poetry of the master?
You rewrote Shakespeare?
I was compelled to. Not a single person was coming to any of my performances. Oh, these stupid, brutish pirates, not men enough to confront their own sensitive inner natures. So I rewrote the whole folio, contracted the brilliance of decades into a 45-minute review. Spear, a theatrical medley.
Why can't you go back to the original scripts?
Oh, the sweet, sweet, bitter irony of it all. Now that you have confirmed that I have produced a work of unredeemable trash, I'm more or less guaranteed to have a financial success on my hands.
Why do I find that strangely encouraging? Can I watch you rehearse your horrible play?
I'd rather you didn't. I get nervous when people watch.
Of course. Please, can I watch you rehearse?
I'd rather you didn't. And stop whining.
Please, can I watch you rehearse?
I'd rather you didn't. You might see the surprise ending to Romeo and Juliet.
Romeo and Juliet die.
Actually, that ending didn't set well with the focus groups.
Please, can I watch you rehearse?
I'd rather you didn't. Then you'll hear all the answers to my knock-knock jokes.
I have a feeling that one can go for a while.
Come on, let me watch you rehearse.
I'd rather you didn't.
Please, can I watch you rehearse?
I'd rather you didn't.
Okay. No, we've hit the loop.
Can I join your show?
Let me be blunt. You just don't have the hands of a spear carrier.
You have no idea how often I hear that. Acting is my life. Let me join your show. I was a tree in my kindergarten play.
We already have a tree.
Oh. Acting is my life. Let me join your show.
Sorry, this is a one-man show.
There's like two of you
what
here.
am I, chopped liver? No, not liver. Liver has a more appealing stage presence.
Of course, what I really want to do is direct.
Why?
I've always dreamed of my own production. Titus Andronicus on ice.
Brilliant!
God, he's gonna steal your idea.
Please, can I join your show?
Sorry.
Oh, no, that's a waste of time. Oh, cool, I still have that mapped. So,
Carry on.
I don't remember.
fun fact, if you're doing this in ScumVM, which I had to, I tried to run this natively, and I was experiencing repetitive crashes right at the beginning. where it started looping on itself, and it just unfortunately wasn't super playable that way. I used the new launchers that are available, but it just didn't do it. So that means I'm playing it in Scumvia, and the benefit is I can map certain buttons, and I have from a previous mapping the period mapped to the click of my mouse wheel. So while I won't be sitting here skipping a whole lot of text we haven't heard yet, it is handy. Now I could get rid of Rottingham right off the bat if I wanted to. I think that's pretty much what I gotta do right now anyway. Yeah.
Welcome, patron, to the Barbary Coast, where every haircut is
Mr. Van Helgen,
Aye.
aka Snugglecakes.
If you're wanting a haircut, you'll have to wait until I'm finished with Captain Rottingham here.
Are you guys pirate barbers?
We prefer the term
This is
Buccaneer hairstyle.
Blue Dial.
Great. Maybe you guys can help me find this huge.
Yeah, I guess
diamond
that's a
ring I'm
pretty
looking
good
Ring?
phonetic
for. Yeah,
spelling
it's
of
supposed to be
how
enormous, and it's on Blood Island.
Rottingham.
Never heard
Yeah,
of it.
how he says
It's
it.
a funny story, really. I needed to lift this
That's
curse
great.
that's turned my girlfriend into a solid gold statue.
Solid gold.
Wait a
Yeah,
second,
you
did I
make
just share
poor
too much?
choices, Guybrush. I mean, I love you, bud, but you make naive is a character trait that you have. Let's talk to people first, though.
Ahoy there! I'm Guybrush Threepwood, mighty pirate.
Of course you are.
Okay then, who are you?
Edward Van Helgen.
Not the.
That's right, mine is the name that pirates fear the most. Edward Snugglecakes Van Helgen.
While I was
Dude!
While I was familiar with Van Halen, of course, I was a perpetual 90s kid, and we sort of weren't listening to a whole lot of stuff from the 80s at that time. We were all grunge and you know, like Korn and shit, and we weren't paying attention to other greats, or I just had some dick friends who didn't share the good stuff. Either way, so the whole him picking up a banjo and going that part of the joke was originally lost to me, as embarrassing as that is to say. Of course, it didn't stay lost to me for long, but it adds a fun layer to it. So, how do you like to grow my
How'd you
joint?
like to join my ever-growing pirate crew?
Grow my joint.
Your crew?
Sounds terrible.
Why would I want to be on your crew?
I mean,
It's
it
gonna
doesn't
be
make
a
sense.
blast.
It just sounds
We're going to
terrible.
Blood Island.
Sorry, Threepwood. As much as I'd love to be out at sea again, I could never serve a captain who wasn't a gentleman and who wasn't my equal.
Gentlemen, that's me all over.
Then prove it. If you can defeat me in a gentleman's duel, I'll join your crew.
All right, let's get to dueling.
No, no.
It almost
There are
became
rules.
something for me
If you
to
want to duel with
try
me,
to
you'll
avoid,
have to give
because
me
it's
sufficient
if
insults.
as soon as you talk to him once,
Okay.
he changes from Van Helgen to Snugglecakes, right? And it got to a point where I'd
insult you.
avoid
Why can't we
talking
just
to
get
him and just
along?
like hit him with the glove, so at least he'd be Van Helgen still later on in the game.
You went from pirating to hairstyling. Why?
The music of the sea is something that takes hold of your soul and never lets go. But the life of a sailor is a rough one, and the sea shows no mercy. It was no easy choice to leave.
And then of
but I
course you have
realized
Scrooge
that I
McDuck
could still enjoy the music of the sea while remaining safely on land.
as a giant of a man.
By hanging out at the docks and singing to passing sailors?
No, believe me, that doesn't work. By starting a barbershop quartet, obviously.
Obviously.
Obviously, but there are only 3 of you.
Auditions didn't go as well as we'd hoped. We once had a tenor named Dominique, but he left. Artistic differences.
Oh, my feet are killing me.
What was that?
Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. My mind was wandering. Please go on.
Well, we spent so much time coming up with a clever name for the shop, we realized we were going to have to give up singing and actually become barbers. But I still like to think that we're not just cutting hair, that maybe, just maybe, we're teaching people a little bit about themselves.
Whoa, look at the time. Got a scoop.
No, he's just okay. All right. No, it's not as easy as that, and I was wrong. So let's go ahead and.
Are you truly happy with this line of work?
I may return to the sea one day, but for now I'm happy helping pirates look their very best. At least until we find a fourth for our barbershop quartet.
I could be the fourth for your barbershop quartet.
No, that's okay. I was wrong. We don't
Sorry,
need
no,
one
we
after
have
all.
to do this.
Come on, I've
We
really
have
got
to
away with
do
it now.
this. Okay.
All right.
I can't believe I
Let's hear
almost
what you
didn't do this. We have to sing every single Guyver song.
Oh, there's a monkey in my pocket and he's stealing all my change. His stare is blank and glassy. I suspect that he's deranged.
I love the
my
look
dear, sweet,
that he
merciful
gets.
Savior in heaven.
Pretty good, huh?
You must take an oath now, before man and God, that you will never ever again sing in public.
So, what are you telling me exactly? Let me try out for your barbershop quartet again.
No!
Oh, please, please. The spirit of music is in me.
All right, but this is the last time.
It's not the last time. We're doing every single one.
Once my old man spoke to good King Triton and asked, why all this senseless fightin'? Why can't we men express emotion? Now I've got a friend in the...
Great sainted jumping monkeys!
What do you
I
think,
cut it
huh?
off. I didn't
That
press
was
any
even
button.
more atonal
For
than
the
last
record.
time.
Hey, let me try out another song for your barbershop quartet.
Am I just not getting through to you, Threepwood?
Come on, this time will be great. Trust me.
If you insist.
Wonder on my mind. Do it.
Plunder, plunder, how I wonder how you get so doggone pretty. Home to sailors, barbers, tailors, and Puerto Pollo, your capital city.
Mother of all that we as humans hold sacred.
Well,
Cutting off.
You're actually beginning to make me physically ill.
I once
Please
had a
stop.
barber named Dominique. Which is funny. Because, yeah. Yeah. Nope.
listen to me sing again. You'll love it this time.
I really,
gotta push it.
really don't want to.
No,
Absolutely.
believe me, I'm just getting warmed
Dominique was in the quartet.
I'm hooked on you, baby, but the seas keep us apart. And there ain't no eye patch big enough to cover up my broken
And secretly pulling the
heart.
strings.
Words. I need more words.
Curse
My
you,
rational language
Dominique!
is not sufficient to describe the violent, retching nausea your singing is causing me to experience.
I'm not following you. Is that a good thing?
Oh, we got.
I've got one song left for you.
Let's push him over the edge.
Showstopper.
Okay, whatever.
Silver's Long Johns, a popular
For
commercial
those
jingle.
cold, dark shipboard nights, we've got boxers, briefs, and tights. Made from cotton, silk, or satin. In styles Anglo-Dutch and Latin. When you sail, don't take a chance. Wearing
Check it, look
nothing
around
neath
his
your
head.
pants.
Ooh.
Trust Silver's Long John. They
Visible
read.
malaise is
That's
occurring.
odd.
What? What? You liked it?
No, it was dreadful. It's just that my queasiness has subsided. But now I'm beginning to taste metal and see spots before my eyes. I'm afraid that your singing is so bad that it has caused me to have a stroke.
There's
I
a
bet you
ton
have
of
a
cool
ton of
pirate
cool
stories.
stories.
No, I couldn't.
Oh, come on, I'd really
You don't
like
have
to
to
hear
push him very
The
hard.
year was 1675. We were on a course towards the wreck
The
of
year
the
was
Rattling
16
Flem. Our days were filled with songs of the voyage and the untold riches we'd find at our destination. 2 months into our journey, we realized something was horribly wrong.
But compared to the other, like the contemporary adventures of the time, the quality of the animation is just so high. Just so many other things were very, very choppy.
Had your ship been placed under some kind of pirate curse?
Why
Not
not?
as such, but we were cursed all the same. We were all stricken with a melody, a diabolical song that I shall never forget. La 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 la.
Hey, that's kind of catchy.
It is.
All too catchy for a
Every
crew of
time I
50
pick
men
up my
confined to a
guitar,
ship
sir.
hundreds of
Every
miles
single
from
time.
port. No one could think of anything else, and many threw themselves into the sea rather than hear any more of the incessant humming. We returned with but 8 of our crew left. The doomed voyage of the Obsessivo-Compulsivo will haunt me forever.
Are you sure you don't want to join my
Are you
crew,
sure
though?
you don't want to join my crew?
I told you, not unless you give me sufficient insult and beat me in a duel.
If you insist. Wait, no. Nice
cologne you're wearing.
wearing.
Did you actually roll around in dung or just dab a little behind each ear?
That's not the
Totally.
type of insult I had in mind.
How appropriate. You fight like a cow.
That's an old one. Come back when you have some fresher material, eh?
Did I mention you're a big old bedwetting duty head?
No, but I'm still not impressed.
Hey, that's a nice shirt. How long have you been colorblind?
Oh, please.
I don't want to insult you. Why can't we just get along? Whoa, look at the time. Gotta scoot.
I mean, it's like,
Now there's a challenge.
Darn
to the
right.
field of honor. Choose your weapon.
let's do it for the animation.
I choose this pistol. If I beat you, will you join my crew?
The odds of you beating me are so astronomical, I will take that bet.
Oh,
Again, I prove to you I'm the greatest duelist in the world.
again? That was the first time. And I know no fear.
Haven't I shamed you enough?
You haven't
Never.
even begun to see me shamed.
Back to the field of honor, then. Choose your weapon.
I, of course, done conventional weaponry and choose the
I
banjo.
choose the banjo.
I accept.
You do?
Two. Three. 4. 4 3. 3 4 3 3. Four. 2 4 2. 4 2 4. 4 2 4 2. 4 2 4 2 5. 5 4
You're pretty good, boy. Let's see you follow this.
So the only one with the notes here really sounds right. The other
Good.
I have two.
I'll
Now,
never beat him.
I do play guitar. I haven't really had the chance to play banjo, and I've always wanted to. So I'm definitely gonna, when I get a chance. Everybody I know who has anything close, it's like a banjolele, or like the Guitar Joes, which are not the same. I would love to play some, especially because like one song that I play all the time on guitar is Mastodon Divinations, and it has a banjo start. Like, in fact, the whole intro riff is based on it's just a general banjo riff. So.
What? You shot my banjo.
You can't be sure of that. That shot may have come from the grassy knoll.
Of all the lowdown tricks, I never heard of anything so low. I completely misjudged you. You are a pirate after all. I'd be proud to join your crew. Great. I'll just pack this stuff up and get ready. And give me back my gun.
I'll need 2 more sailors for my crew.
Let's talk to Rottingham a little bit first, instead of just banishing him. You know, he's not a great dude, but...
Ahoy there! I'm Guybrush Threepwood.
I see. And I don't care.
Asshole.
I'm a mighty pirate.
Ha!
What do you mean, ha?
I meant just what I said. Ah, if you're a mighty pirate, then I'm bold.
This is one of those areas, though, where you can get one of the insults early, so...
LeChuck? Ha! Even if he's dead, there's just no excuse for that hair.
So you're a ship captain, huh?
Not just any ship captain. Don't tell me you've never heard of Captain Rene Rottingham.
I've never heard of Captain Rottingham.
I'm only the most cunning and well-groomed captain ever to sail the Caribbean.
It's like the... Shit, having the textons cutting that off.
Well, how'd you like to join my crew?
Me serve on your crew? Please don't make me break into hysterical laughter while this buffoon is working on my hair.
Why don't you want to join my crew?
I serve under no man. Oh boy.
Now, just 1 second.
If there's any treasure to be found, I'm going to be the man to find it. And I'll look absolutely stunning while I'm doing it.
Well, I didn't want you on my crew anyway.
That's your loss. And boy, lose the ponytail. It's so last year.
Hey. Don't pick on my ponytail.
Did you know you're starting to go gray?
I most certainly am not.
Don't get me wrong. Gray hair suits you.
Play with his
I mean, of course it would.
obsessions.
But I don't have to worry about that for several years.
If I were you, I'd worry more about those split ends.
Split ends? I'll have you know I've killed men for comments less slanderous than that.
You've got a bald spot starting here in the back.
What? You're lying, of course.
If you say so. All I know is that there's definitely some kind of shine going on back here.
And now that's like too long. No. Mine's more happy in the middle. We'll see that and see what happens there.
You seem irritable.
It could benefit from the same
My scalp is lovingly massaged with the finest creams and
update that
oils in the
was
world.
introduced for the Ultimate Talkie editions,
That's
where
a little more than I wanted
the
to
next
know.
line just
Your
comes
petty
up
jobs and insults
after
mean nothing to me.
the existing line finishes being said. Not worrying about syncing up timings and stuff like that.
They're doing great things with dandruff shampoo these days.
I suggest you leave, boy, before you force me to defend my honor.
Fire! Run for your life!
I'm sure the authorities probably have the situation under control. But just in case, Barber, more moisturizer.
Rabid dogs are on the loose! Get out, now!
I don't hear anything. There are no rabid dogs on the loose.
That's just what they want you to think. There's an axe-wielding maniac at the door! Flee!
Perhaps you should offer yourself as a sacrifice so the rest of us may be saved.
The calls are coming from within the barber shop. You must get out immediately.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Leave us alone.
It's like, go away, crazy person.
Storms are coming. Better get a move on. Could be a twister.
Then I'm most definitely staying inside. The humidity does horrible things to my hair.
Captain Rottingham, you're being paged.
Take a message.
You know, sitting down for too long can be unhealthy. It's a serious risk to your cardiovascular system. I think a nice jog could be just what you need right about now. Up and at 'em.
Go away.
All right.
You seem busy. I'll come back later.
Renee's gotta go.
Holy infestation! You've been struck with the hair demons.
What are you talking about?
Uncle Scrooge.
Head vermin, the scourge of every hygienic sailor on the 7 seas.
That's a lie.
Sure as I'm standing here, they're wriggling about your scalp like a pack of wretched sea lions.
Good analogy.
This calls for drastic action. I'm bringing in old Ironsides.
No, let's not be too rash.
Rash? That's a bad sign.
There's no time to lose. I'm going to have to amputate.
No, you'll ruin my hair.
Ruin is. Shit. Well, now I wish I had a save before then. I would have gone back and done that. Shit, no, I don't think I have.
I sure could use a haircut.
Have a seat, laddie, and I'll do you up with a fine coif.
Well, let's see where the most recent autosave may be. It is not autosaving, at least. Not yet so far, unfortunately. Nice.
Ahoy there! I'm Guybrush Threepwood, here to serve all your mighty pirate needs.
Pleasure to meet you, Guybrush. I am Haggis McMutton of the clan McMutton.
Those sure are nice scissors.
Aye, they're my best pair. They can cut through almost anything.
Why are they in the ceiling?
Sometimes I cut hair so fast, the scissors fly from my hands at unbelievable speeds.
Okay, that's mapped to space.
Never mind.
We're just gonna do the thing.
I'm afraid he might cut my ear off. If I get up.
Ugh, blast that ineffectual paperweight. I'll have to go find another.
Well, what about my
Definitely
haircut?
going to have to do the ventriloquism book on just about every one thing, though. That's where I definitely did not do that before, so I'm gonna have to this time.
Phew. Well, I searched the whole island, and I couldn't have found a single rock.
Not a single rock.
I suppose I'll just have to eyeball your hair.
That's definitely handy that we grab that then, because we need it later. In another obscure puzzle solution.
Braid too.
You look nice with the French braid. Well, let's start that here.
It's a book about ventriloquism. I've got nothing to say. I've got nothing to say.
I don't think he'd like that.
Oh, and let's give him a good shove.
Hey, pal, how's it going?
How did you do that?
Oh, it was nothing, really. Just sudden pressure applied below the sternum to expel a foreign object from the windpipe.
That's amazing. I owe you my life. From now on.
Yes?
From now on, that will be known as the three.
I can tell today I'm not going to be able to pull off one of the 3-hour streams or so, as much as I would love to. My kids are sounding like they're being a bit of a handful for my wife out there, so I probably have to round this off on the hour here. But we will continue on and get as much in as we can before then. Let's move on and do a couple other things here. For the most part, although I do stream some LucasArts adjacent games, and to be honest, sometimes when I'm on PS4, I'll just randomly activate some streaming. I've occasionally streamed like
Hey, I'm getting pretty good at this.
I thank you very much for the follow. But for the most part, yes, I do focus primarily on adventures. So three days a week I do LucasArts adventures on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and now Saturdays. We just added that to the schedule. And then every night, myself and my wife stream indie adventures. We just finished Night of the Rabbit. Tonight we're probably starting Anna's Quest, which looks quite charming as well. But I've also been playing Brutal Legend on here at random, and I'll play a bunch of different games. I picked it up in a Humble Bundle. I actually got started with Edna and Harvey, and we played Edna and Harvey's New Eyes first, which is the sequel. So didn't have some context, but it was still excellent. And the lack of context actually made it a little bit more creepy and odd. That was fun. I don't have a reservation, so can't really do much there yet. Feel like I can't do much here anyway. But I have the scissors. That's what I can do, yeah. I gotta go there so I can get the necessary cards. Yeah, no, it's been sort of cool. I got away from, we tried to start Deponia. We did one stream of it.
Something about the flower I just
and, no, I haven't played Nelly Kudala, but that's another one that I've heard of that's been very interesting. I look forward to picking up a lot of these as I go. Yeah, I couldn't get into Deponia. It seemed nice, and it plays like all the other ones, right? But that Visionaire engine, it's basic 2-button point and click. But yeah, just couldn't get past the main character. He's not super likable, and my wife wasn't really feeling it. Neither really was I. I'll probably go back and play the games for the sake of it, myself, but I don't think I'm gonna go through the whole stream or I don't know. I've been adding a bit of a review focus to the extra footage that I've been getting. It feels weird doing LucasArts adventure game reviews when they're just classics that have been around forever and design and affected the direction of the industry. So like they don't need me to tell them that they're a fucking good game, and all I do is blubber and fanboy anyway, right? So but adding reviews for some of these other ones. Oh yeah, and what I am planning. Funny you say retrospectives. It segues. I am planning to do retrospectives of each of the LucasArts adventure games, which is what I've been working towards for a while. Currently, starting off like doing it chronologically, starting with Maniac Mansion and going from there. To that effect, I've been trying to track down Commodore 64 hardware to have a proper off-hardware playthrough to add into the retrospective, at least for footage for it. And plus, I'd find a way to stream it somehow. So, seems like it's going to take a fair amount of extra equipment to do, more than likely. But anyways, let's pick up all the junk. Alright, can I...
Nah.
Look
it's
at
a
it.
complete array of vacuum cleaner attachments.
Wait a second. Can I... Nah, I'm just gonna...
I don't want to throw my voice there.
Why not? Help me! I've eaten a human! Somebody... I don't know. It's not a great joke, is it? Absolutely, and see, the benefit there is, outside of people who are really into ScumVM, lots of people might not have heard of Flight of the Atoms on Queen compared to, like, the LucasArts and Sierra games, right? So it's really, really good in those situations for them to put those out there for to get extra. Not that it needs a ton at this point. It's a fucking classic itself, right? But it's really, really good that sort of thing. It's done. The ones that like for the retrospectives that I plan on doing, I'm trying to focus it more on like, here's my remembrance of it. Here are the different versions of the games that were released, and maybe fan titles included as well, especially with Maniac Mansion, because there's Maniac Mansion Deluxe is wonderful, and if you've seen any of the stuff that's been going on for quite a while with Night of the Meteor, which looks wonderful, and the has a playable demo now too, which is sort of cool. I got maybe I'll stream at some point to support the developers there. I remember actually at one point somebody reached out to me to see if I knew anybody who could do voiceover work for Edna. Unfortunately, I'm not that confident in my ability to be Edna, and my local friends aren't super into that sort of thing. So, Papa Bichu. So, I could pick up this thorn and say, "Ouch." For the fan project, Night of the Meteor, which is being developed in Germany for quite some time. But Edna, and of course, it wasn't so much he was asking me to do it, but if I knew anybody who could, to try to see, spread out and network and try to find somebody to do it. And I hope they did that. It was from a collector acquaintance of mine Walter, who's just really, really good. And then since then, I have met Ramon Wilhelm, who's one of the volunteer animators and artists for it, and his work is freaking awesome. His stuff's all over the place. If you're in any of the Discords, he's Wallmaker, and his stuff is awesome. I really like his eds. His weird eds are awesome. No, I want to look at the plaque.
Papapishu bush.
Ha!
Discovered by Plunder Island's indigenous peoples, this bush is named after a native word meaning youch. Papapishu. Well, I got the thorn. I hope that was worth it.
And I'm stoked that one's still going. It's been fairly well known, and the pictures are fairly well publicized, and nobody's shut it down, which is awesome, because that's one thing I can say about the Sierra fan community is there is a ton of fan games and just general game development that's done there all the time, and tons of direct interaction in a lot of these projects from people involved with the original ones, like take the King's Quest remake, and they had the voice of Graham come back and do the voice for the remake of King's Quest 2 or something. Like, it's just awesome, the level of engagement on that side. But I mean, Lucas Legal was pretty scary themselves back in the day, and now they're owned by Disney, who is well known for being far more zealous with protection of their IP. Skipping a step. Pardon me. Hey, let's make my voice sound funny.
Maybe later. Perfect.
This is just like
things are going
such a crazy way to even get out of this situation.
Well, darn. Hey. Thank goodness for those unpredictable Caribbean trade winds.
Indeed. And again, I just would like to take a moment here and just appreciate Dominic Armato and his wonderful voice. And while, yes, before this game came out and he was made the voice of Guybrush, I had a much different voice in my head. But it's probably just my voice. And the coolest part about Dominic is that he was just a fan like us who got to be the voice of one of his favorite game characters. And he was just so excited and happy to be able to do so just from day one, you know. And he's been a wonderful, wonderful champion of it for years. He focuses more on his his career as a food reviewer and that sort of thing, and of course he does. But he'll always be Guybrush Threepwood. Like, just hear him talk, and it's awesome, because it's awesome to hear Guybrush tell you about great food. Plus, he was always just super cool with the community and took part in some things. And he's a wonderful face for the series. Not as well known as Alexandra Boyd, the voice of Elaine. She totally, absolutely, and those were wonderful too. I do. Of course I have a reservation.
Of course I have a reservation.
Then let's see your reservation slip.
Alexandra Boyd it has a YouTube channel and a website where she gives like acting well, it's sort of like an acting blog sort of thing. So and being super active in a while, which is a shame, you know. She's Elaine Marley. But then again, I don't know if she'd appreciate just like the massive Monkey Island armada fans that to just like jump onto her YouTube channels and say, "Hey, we loved you absolutely," when she's trying to talk about like classic acting and stuff. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
He's awfully reserved for a pirate.
What about here? Yes.
Check, please. Check, please.
During the release of Tales of Monkey Island, there was a secret forum for pre-order people, where we got to ask Dominic some questions, and I only really asked one, and it was one thing that always interested me about voiceover work was when you have somebody who's an established character within character doing an impression of somebody else. So take Guybrush and his Barry White voice, you know, when he gets low, "You can be my Lane anytime, baby," or like right here he tried his best to have a Manny voice, which is funny because we don't know Manny yet, other than from previews and stuff at the time of this release, I do believe. And now his response was, so I asked him, you know, how does one prepare themselves for that, or how do you do that? And for him, he said it was really easy, because at the end of the day, the Guybrush voice is just his voice. So all he has to do then is try to do an impression of somebody else, and it sounds like Guybrush trying to do an impression of somebody else. But you know, that's always been. Did I already take that? Yeah, cool. You didn't need this one, and I'll show you why. Because it's gross.
Whoa! This biscuit is full of
That'd
maggots.
be so fucking gross. No, thank you.
That's my special ingredient. That's just the right amount of exotic flavor. It's a good thing, too, because I can't keep them out of the food around here.
Anyways, let's talk to the quiet patron.
Excuse me, sir? Now that's just rude.
Hey, mister.
Hey, mister. Mister, you listening? Ah! It's one of LeChuck's skeletal horde.
Aye. I fixed his little red dinghy, but good.
Polite.
The undead that walk among us must surely be destroyed, lest their evil like
Poor
overrun and
Manny.
defoul the world of the living.
Aye. And he complained
I
about
don't mean, I don't feel really
Oh.
bad for him, but, you know.
It says, ask me about Grim Fandango. What can you tell me about Grim Fandango? Anything? I don't like to speak ill of the dead, but this guy's lousy at marketing.
What, you mean the latest point and click graphical adventure from Brian Moriarty? Ask me about Loom. Can I pick it up?
I don't want people always asking me about Grim Fandango.
That's fair. Now what app can... I'm gonna try it again. Just give me a check,
Waiter,
please.
what's this metatarsal doing in my soup? Waiter, what's this metatarsal doing in my soup?
What was that?
It is I, the spirit of El Pollo Diablo.
Back! Back, you foul demon!
Yes.
Just kidding.
Why, you little scamp. Stop fooling kindly old Captain Blondebeard now.
Cannot forget to judiciously apply the maggots to this gross chicken. One, we don't want a pocket full of maggots. They can go away. And two, there's something in it that we shall need.
Ugh.
Okay, so... Well, let's talk to Blondebeard. No, I don't need the reservation book.
Excuse me, but...
What a lucky pirate are ye!
Me?
You've struck gold, boy!
I have?
Gold, gold, gold! Ha ha! Golden nuggets of chicken!
Oh.
A treasure trove of deep fried.
If I didn't know that everything here was
what can kindly old
infested with maggots, that would be making me very hungry. Apparently, aside from other these chips, I haven't been smart enough to eat something today. But yeah, the maggot thing is making it easy to not need to.
I'll have the roasted guacamole.
We're out of that, I'm afraid.
The roasted
Actually,
guacamole.
I'm out of just about everything. Not a drumstick left. All I have left are those biscuits and a few tubs of our special ipecac slaw.
How's the ipecac slaw?
Not bad. But 15 minutes later, you'd be hungry again.
Yeah, get some ipecac.
Business must be good if you're sold out of chicken.
Sold out? I never said nothing about being sold out.
Then what happened to all your chicken?
Ah, 'tis a story steeped in terror, marinated in mayhem.
Marinated
There
in
be
mayhem.
a horror that prowls the jungles of Plunder Island. A 7-foot-tall monster he be. And he has a hatred for mankind.
El Fuego Diablo.
His preternatural rage burns hotter than the coals used to roast 1,000,000 of his kin. He is El Pollo Diablo, the devil chicken. The devil chicken!
The devil chicken.
And naturally, he would have just an immense fear of
Revenge
this.
against me must be tastier than me hearty giblets and cracklins party mix.
What's he done?
He turned loose all me chickens, returned them to the wild to roam the jungles free as nature intended. Even now, I have a huge order to fill
Now,
and no chicken to fill.
if ATM machine was here, we'd probably be talking about potentially side quests. Because, I mean, they've set up a lot here. You see chickens everywhere. Maybe once upon a time in development, we were to collect said chickens and return them here so we could make an order. And then we would... oh my god, now I'm just seeing Guybrush in, like, a chicken delivery costume or something. Uniform, not costume. Call them uniforms, then you don't feel like you're a tool. It's cool too, the other thing. So, yeah, I worked in customer service for a really long time. So when I'm saying you there, I mean me. So, yeah. How long have you been out of chickens?
How long have you been out of chickens?
12 weeks.
Months, maybe. And
12
it's not the loss of business that hurts me the most.
No?
I miss the taste of me chicken. You could dine this world over, but you
Oh, they got really quiet for some reason.
till you had a taste of me savory squab. Why, even now I gets me a craving for me palate-pleasing poultry. Ah, I can taste it now. Me crispy bounty of breaded beaks. There'd be nothing like the hearty crunch from these pan-fried jewels.
Isn't that a little hard on your teeth?
Aye, but the challenge of it all be half the dining enjoyment. Now that I got the thought of that crispy chicken extremity in me head, I'll be pining for the crunch till I get me something to crack me teeth on.
I'll let you get back to work.
Aye.
Just want to take your tooth. Here, have this jawbreaker that's covered in hair.
Would you like this jawbreaker?
Thanks to ye. Now, think I loosed me gold tooth. I knew sweets were being bad for me teeth, but it had a fine crunch and were a fiesta of flavor. From now on, I'll be sticking to fleshier foodstuffs.
Thankfully,
something chewy.
He says fleshier. We have
This old
beef
salt's
jerky
got a
gum.
craving for something to squish between me teeth.
Beef jerky gum. Good jerky.
Would you like some gum?
Thanks. This is really good steak-flavored gum. It gets you here. And it gets you right here.
We're jerks.
Why, you little scamp. That's quite a funny trick. You
Quite a
played on
funny
old
trick.
Cap'n Blondebeard.
So he rummages through our pockets, and if there was a lot to that cutscene, I would just try to walk out with the tooth in the pockets. But there's nothing major about it, so I'll just
Tastes like sirloin.
puzzle for hint line Buxton.
The gold tooth is in the gum.
This one is a very layered puzzle. Hey, this makes my voice sound funny.
Oh, that's made my voice sound funny.
Hold up. Here you have my gold tooth.
Cool.
Let me see.
Wait 1 second. Do you have me gold tooth?
No.
Let me see. You don't have it. Darn.
Well, naturally, after we are done,
I wonder where that tooth fell.
Curse will be doing Grim Fandango, and then Escape from Monkey Island. And then we're going to look at what chronologically would be next in these games, and the LucasArts adjacent, which would be from alumni and that sort of thing. So Telltale, Noah Falstein and Hal Barwood did do a game called Manahari. That one would be basically a blind playthrough if I add that into the chronology. Yeah, let's walk right away from that. Getting distracted talking about it. Okay.
It's the gold tooth.
Now we must do a few things as well in preparation for getting all of our crew. First, let's go atop the grassy knoll. I miss ATM machine. He said he was busy though today. He also said he's unlikely to be here on Tuesday, which is, yeah. I feel fortunate that he's been able to be on as much as he has. He's a wonderful source of information about version variations and development history, various. God. He is the guy who did comparisons back before comparisons had videos. So
I gotta lay off the rum.
I have a very high respect for his work. Plus, it's always a fun chat. But this has absolutely been fun as well. So that is not in any area where it's been lacking. I just I've been loving the histories that come up as well. So all right, but as much as I just want to keep playing Monkey Island because that's what I love to do, I am going to have to go here. We have hit about 2 hours and 15 minutes. Let's go ahead and do a save. New save. Okay. Perfect. And before we go then, one thing that I'd like to pop on, or try doing here, which ends up crashing things, is we're going to go ahead and shift F1, which will bring up the original menu screen, which will allow us to at least do one of the little gags here, which is enabled super special 3D scum accelerated environment. We were only kidding. That doesn't exist. Well, no, let's do it. No, there's no 3D acceleration in this game. You can click that all you want. It won't do anything. And that just keeps happening. Now, unfortunately, this might crash here now. There's been something that popped up that's not letting this work as well. Of course, these dialogues would not work to get at that unless they... Well, I don't know. I really haven't explored that in quite some time. But last time I did this, hey, it didn't crash right out. It crashed hard last time I did, so that's our hit and miss. Be careful with that. Anyways, I do have to go. Thank you very much for joining us today. That's awesome. And thanks for the follows. And yeah, we do this pretty often and try to keep regular with the scheduled ones in particular. So, all right. We will be back on Tuesday to continue this, and hope you all have a great day or evening or whatever time it is wherever you guys are at. Thanks again. Cheers and have a great day.